Hello students, welcome to my YouTube channel Dear Mathematics, and also welcome to the chapter of complex number. In this particular video session we are going to discuss about the properties of a conjugate of a complex number. Because we have already discussed about what is the definition of conjugate of a complex number, and also we have applied that conjugate of a complex number in several problems. But in this particular session let us again remind you what is the definition of conjugate of a complex number, and also what are the properties of conjugate of a complex number. So this is the conjugate of a complex number. Let z is equal to a plus ib be any complex number, then its conjugate is denoted by z bar. It is defined as z bar is equal to a minus ib. Just we are changing the sign before the imaginary unit. If it is plus, then it will be minus. If it is minus, then it will be plus. Let us take an example. Let z is equal to 5 plus 4i, then z bar, that means the conjugate of the given complex number, is 5 minus 4i. Example number 2. Let z is equal to 3 minus 2i, then z bar is equal to 3 plus 2i. Just we are changing the sign before the imaginary unit. So it is all about the definition and examples based upon the conjugate of a complex number. Let us go through the properties. There are 10 properties for the conjugate of a complex number. Let us solve it one by one. So the first property of the properties of conjugate of complex number, it is we have to prove that conjugate of a complex number is itself the given complex number. Let us prove it. Let z is equal to a plus ib be any complex number, then z bar is equal to a minus ib. But we have to find out the conjugate of a complex number. That means we have to find out the conjugate of the given complex number 2 times. So the left hand side, it has been asked to find out the conjugate of a complex number. That means the conjugate of z, it is a minus ib. That means it is a minus ib, and its conjugate will be a plus ib. So no need to write down this step here. I am skipping this step here and just writing the answer part. So it will be a plus ib, which is equal to z, because it is given. That means it is the right hand side part. So the property number 1 is proved. That is conjugate of a complex number is itself z, or the given complex number. So it is proved here. Then let us go through the second property. In the property number 2, we have to prove that z plus z bar is equal to 2 into real part of z. It is the property number 2. Let us prove it. Let z is equal to a plus ib be any complex number, then z bar is equal to a minus ib. Z bar is equal to a minus ib. On the left hand side, it has been asked to find out the sum of a complex number with its conjugate. So the left hand side part is here, z plus conjugate of z. That means a plus ib plus a minus ib. So cancelling both of the ib and minus ib, here we are getting 2 into a, and here you can say that the real part of z, it is a, and imaginary part of z is equal to b. So here the answer is 2 into a. That means a is equal to the real part of the given complex number. That means 2 into real part of z, which was the required part, and that is the right hand side. So it has been proved here, the property number 2. Then moving towards to the property number 3. Property number 3 is here. Z minus Z bar is equal to 2 into I into imaginary part of Z, and we have to prove it. Again, let us consider a complex number so that we can prove it. Let Z is equal to A plus IB be any complex number, then Z bar is equal to A minus IB. Just we have changed the sign before the imaginary unit. As it is plus, we have just changed it as minus. Then coming towards to the left hand side of the given property, and we have to take Z minus Z bar. That means the subtraction of the complex number and its conjugate. Then A plus IB minus A minus IB. Then just simplifying these steps, we can have 2IB. That means 2 into the value of I, it is imaginary unit, then the value of B. Here you can also write down again. Here A is equal to real part of Z and B is equal to imaginary part of Z. So in place of B, you can write down. In place of B, you can write down imaginary part of Z, and which was the required right hand side part of the given property. So it has been proved here. Now the property number 4. Then the property number 4. If Z is equal to Z bar, then Z is purely real complex number. Okay. We have to take the given data as Z is equal to Z bar, and then we have to prove that it is a purely real complex number. Okay. So let us prove it. Let Z is equal to A plus IB be any complex number. Then Z bar is equal to A minus IB, and we have to take the consideration of Z is equal to Z bar. It is given that Z is equal to Z bar, that is the value of A plus IB is equal to A minus IB. Then cancelling both of the A from the left hand side and from the right hand side, we have IB is equal to minus IB. That means 2IB is equal to 0. Then B is equal to 0 divided by 2I, and that is equal to 0. B is equal to 0, and here A is equal to real part of Z and B is equal to imaginary part of Z in the given complex number A plus IB. So here we got imaginary part of the complex number as 0, and from the properties or the fundamentals of complex number, we know that if the imaginary part of a complex number is 0, then it is purely complex number. As imaginary part of Z is 0, so the given complex number Z is equal to A plus IB is a purely real complex number. So it has been proved here. So here it is the proof of property number 4. Then moving towards to the property number 5. Property number 5 is if Z plus Z bar is equal to 0, then Z is purely imaginary complex number. That means if the sum of a complex number with its conjugate gives the result as 0, then it must be a purely imaginary complex number. So we have to take the conditions of the given conditions of z plus conjugate of z is as 0. Then we have to prove that z is a purely imaginary complex number. So let us go for the proof. Let z is equal to a plus ib be any complex number. Then z bar is equal to a minus ib, and here a is equal to real part of z, b is equal to imaginary part of z. Let us move through the condition of given condition here. Z plus z bar is equal to 0. It is given that z plus z bar is equal to 0. That means a plus ib plus a minus ib is equal to 0. That means a plus ib, just simplifying, we can have plus ib minus ib got cancelled. Then 2a is equal to 0. That means a is equal to 0. And the value of a, it is the real part of the given complex number. So real part of the given complex number is 0. Again, going to the concept of the purely imaginary complex number, or the definition of purely imaginary complex number, if the real part of a complex number is 0, then it is called as purely imaginary complex number. So we can write down at the last step as real part of the complex number is 0. So the given complex number z is equal to a plus ib is a purely imaginary complex number, because the real part is 0, so it will be in the form of z is equal to ib only, because the real part is 0. Here the value of a is equal to 0. So it is purely imaginary complex number, and it has been proved here. So it is the property number 5. Then moving towards to the property number 6. Property number 6 tells that multiplication of a complex number with its conjugate gives us the result as square of real part with sum of square of imaginary part, and we have to prove it. Let us go for the proof. Let z is equal to a plus ib be any complex number. Then z bar is equal to a minus ib, and in the left hand side we have to take the multiplication of the complex number with its conjugate. Then we have to prove that it is the sum of square of the real part and as well as the imaginary part. So the left hand side part is here multiplication of z with z bar, that means multiplication of a plus ib with a minus ib, and it is in the algebraic identity form. We can use the algebraic identity a plus b into a minus b. That means it is a square minus whole square of ib. It is a square minus I square b square. As the value of I square, it is minus 1. So putting here it is a square plus b square. But we know that here real part of z it is a, the imaginary part of z it is b. So in place of a we can write down real part of z, and in place of v we can write down imaginary part of z, and here it is the right hand side condition proved. So it is the property number 6. Then moving towards some of the next properties. Rest of the 4 properties are there, because the total number of 10 properties are there for the conjugate of complex numbers. Then moving towards to the property number 7, and in the property number 7 we have to prove that conjugate of a sum of any two different complex number is equal to the sum of conjugate of two complex numbers, and we have to prove it. Okay, they may be two different or may be equal complex number, but let us consider them as two different complex number. Proof: let Z1 is equal to a plus ib and Z2 is equal to c plus id be any two complex numbers. So first of all, we have to find out the conjugate of Z1, that means Z1 bar, it is a minus ib, and the conjugate of Z2, it is c minus id. Then let us find out the sum of two complex numbers, that means Z1 plus Z2, it is a plus ib plus c plus id. That means it is a plus c plus I into v plus d, because we have already seen in the topic of addition of two complex number, and also we have proved it. And here it is as a is a real number, c is a real number, then their addition is also a real number, so it is a real number. B plus d is a real number, but whenever we are moving towards the real part and imaginary part, a plus c is the real part, as b plus d is multiplied with I, so it is the imaginary part, so it forms a complex number. Then moving towards to the left hand side part, and we have to prove that the left hand side is equal to the right hand side. So conjugate of the sum of two complex numbers Z1 and Z2, and here we have to, whenever going to convert this complex number or we are going to find out the conjugate of the complex number, just we have to change the sign before the imaginary unit, and in that complex number there must exist a single imaginary unit. If it is 2 plus 5i plus 6i, then we cannot convert it to the conjugate form, because first of all we have to convert into the general form of the complex number. And here it is 2 plus 11i, then we can find out here there exists 1i, and then we can find out the conjugate, it will be 2 minus 11i. Similarly, let us take another example to find out the conjugate. Suppose there exists, let z is equal to 2 plus root 2i plus root 3i, and they cannot be added with each other. And so in this step we cannot find out the conjugate, because there exist two imaginary units. So first of all we have to convert this expression into a single imaginary unit expression, so that we can find out the conjugate. So let us take a imaginary unit I common from the last two terms, so that it will be in the form of 2 plus I multiplied with root 2 plus root 3. Then we can find out z bar is equal to, now you can see that there exists a single imaginary unit, and here you can find out the conjugate. So it will be 2 minus I multiplied with root 2 plus root 3. So using these fundamentals you can go through this step, and you can see that there exists a single imaginary unit. So the conjugate will be a plus c minus I into b plus d. Just we have changed the sign before the imaginary unit. Then moving towards the right hand side part, then right hand side is here conjugate of z1 plus conjugate of z2. Conjugate of z1, it is a minus ib, plus conjugate of z2, it is c minus id, then it is a minus ib plus c minus id, then it is a plus c minus ib minus id. Then combining the real parts and the imaginary parts, and also taking the negative imaginary unit as common from the last two parts, here we can have b plus d. And now we can see that the left hand side term is equal to the right hand side term. So left hand side is equal to the right hand side, that is conjugate of sum of two complex numbers is equal to sum of conjugate of those two given complex number, and it has been proved here. So it is the property number 7, and then moving towards to the property number 8. In the property number 8, just we have changed the sign. here we are taking the subtraction sign, or using the subtraction sign. You have to prove that the conjugate of subtraction of any two complex number is the subtraction of conjugate of those two given complex numbers, and then we have to prove it here. As like the problem number 7, first of all we have to consider two complex numbers, or we have to take two complex numbers, and by using those two complex numbers we have to prove this property. Let Z1 is equal to a plus ib and Z2 is equal to c plus id v any two complex numbers. Then conjugate of Z1 it will be a minus ib, and conjugate of Z2 it is c minus id. So first of all let us find out Z1 minus Z2, that means a plus ib minus c plus id. So it will be a minus c plus I into b minus d. And now we have to find out the left hand side, conjugate of Z1 minus Z2, and it will be a minus c minus I into b minus d. Just we have changed the sign before the imaginary unit, as it is plus in the previous equation, so it will be minus. Then moving towards to the right hand side part, Z1 bar minus Z2 bar, it will be a minus ib minus c minus id. Then it will be a minus ib minus c plus id. Then combining the real parts and the imaginary parts, we can have the general form of the complex number. It will be minus ib plus id. Then a minus b, a minus c, and then taking the minus imaginary unit, that means minus I common. From the last two terms we can have minus I taking common, it will be b minus d. And you can see that both of them are equal with each other, that is LHS. Okay, so we found here left hand side part is equal to the right hand side part, that is conjugate of subtraction of any two complex number is equal to subtraction of conjugate of those two complex numbers given to you. That means by this property we have completed the property number 8, and the rest of the two properties are there, one from the multiplication and one from the division. Okay, let us prove them one by one. So property number 9 tells that conjugate of multiplication of any two complex number is equal to multiplication of conjugate of both complex numbers given to you. Let Z1 is equal to a plus ib and Z2 is equal to c plus id be any two complex numbers. Then Z1 bar is equal to a minus ib and Z2 bar is equal to c minus id. Now multiplication of Z1 with Z2, that means a plus ib multiplied with c plus id. Then we have to multiply them. A multiplied with c plus id plus ib multiplied with c plus id, then it will be, okay, let us multiply them here in the below part of the word. A plus ib multiplied with c plus id, let us multiply them. A multiplied with c plus id, then plus ib multiplied with c plus id, it will be sc plus iad plus ibc plus I square vd, then it will be sc, and here the value of I square it is minus 1, that means it will be sc minus vd plus I taking common from the middle two parts, here we are getting ad plus vc. So it is sc minus vd plus I into AD plus BC. But we have to find out the left hand side part. That means the conjugate of this multiplication of the two complex numbers. Now, conjugate of multiplication of Z1 and Z2. Here we have to change only the sign before the imaginary unit. So it will be converted into plus, minus. It is plus, then it will be converted into minus AD plus BC. So here it is our first part, because this is the left hand side. It is the left hand side. Then we have to go through the right hand side part. In the right hand side part, we have to multiply the conjugate of Z1 with the conjugate of Z2. That means conjugate of Z1 multiplied with the conjugate of Z2, that means A minus IB multiplied with C minus ID, and this will be A multiplied with C minus ID minus IB multiplied with C minus ID, then it will be SC minus IAD minus IBC plus I square VD. Then it will be AC minus BD, it is minus BD, then taking the minus I common from the middle two parts here, so it will be minus I taking common, it will be AD plus BC, and you can see that these are equal with each other. So the property number 9 has been proved here. So the left hand side part is equal to the right hand side part, that is the multiplication of, the conjugate of a multiplication of two complex number is equal to the multiplication of conjugate of two given complex numbers. So it has been proved here. Then moving towards to the last and very important property of the conjugate of complex numbers. Then the last property of the conjugate of complex number, and it is conjugate of division of any two complex numbers is equal to division of conjugate of two complex numbers, and they must be equal with each other. And here the provided condition is where Z2 is not equal to 0. That means it is not equal to 0 plus I0, because it will remain in the denominator part. So if it will be 0, then it will be invalid or undefined. If Z1 is equal to 0, then it does not matter. If the denominator part is equal to 0, then it will be invalid. So this is the provided condition, and we have to prove it. Proof. Let Z1 is equal to A plus IB and Z2 is equal to C plus ID be any two complex numbers. Then we have to find out, first of all, we have to find out their conjugates. Then Z1 bar is equal to A minus IB and Z2 bar is equal to C minus ID. Then we have to find out division of Z1 and Z2. A plus IB divided by C plus ID. But this is not in the standard form. First of all, we have to standardize it, because the denominator contains a complex number and we have to rationalize it. So it can be rationalized as like this. We have to multiply the conjugate of the denominator only, and the conjugate of denominator, it is C minus ID. That means we have to multiply C minus ID to the both numerator as well as the denominator. Then multiplying A multiplied with C minus ID plus IB multiplied with C minus ID divided by, it is C square minus whole square of ID, because it is in the algebraic identity form. Then it will be AC minus IAD plus IBC minus I square VD divided by C square minus I square D square. The right hand side term, it will become Z1 divided by Z2, it will become AC. The value of I square, it is minus 1, minus minus plus, so it will be AC plus VD. Then taking a negative sign common here, we can have, taking minus I common, we can have AD minus BC divided by C square plus D square. Then Z1 divided by Z2 is AC plus BD divided by C square plus D square minus I into AD minus BC divided by C square plus D square. So it is the division of the two complex numbers Z1 and Z2. But we have to find out the conjugate of division of two complex numbers. So the left hand side part is here, conjugate of division of two complex numbers. Just we have to change the sign before the imaginary unit. So it will be AC plus BD divided by C square plus D square. It will become plus as we are defining the conjugate. So it will be AD minus BC divided by C square plus D square. And here it is the first part. Then we have to define, or we have to find out or evaluate the right hand side. And the right hand side term is Z1 conjugate divided by Z2 conjugate. The division of conjugate of both Z1 and Z2, that means conjugate of Z1 divided by conjugate of Z2, that means A minus IB divided by C minus ID. Again, you can see that the denominator is not in the rationalized form. That means it contains a complex number. That means we have to standardize or rationalize the denominator. So we have to multiply according to the properties of standardization. Just we have to multiply the conjugate of the denominator. The conjugate of the C minus ID, it is C plus ID. And we have to multiply the C plus ID to both numerator and denominator. So it will be A multiplied with C plus ID minus IB multiplied with C plus ID whole divided by C square minus whole square of ID. Then it will be AC plus IAD minus IBC minus I square VD whole divided by C square minus I square D square. Then the value of I square, it is minus 1. So minus into minus, it will be plus. So combining the real parts here and then taking the I common from these middle two parts. So taking I as common, it will be AD minus BC divided by C square plus D square. So Z1 divided by Z1 conjugate of Z1 divided by conjugate of Z2 will be AC plus VD, because we have to convert this into the A plus IB form. AC plus VD divided by C square plus D square, this is the real part, plus I into AD minus BC divided by C square plus D square. And here it is the right hand side. Okay, this is the right hand side. I have already written here. So this is the second part or the solution of the right hand side. And you can compare both of them, the left hand side part as well as the right hand side part, and you can see that these are very much equal, totally equal with each other. That means at the last you can write down, so the left hand side part is equal to the right hand side part, that is the conjugate of division of any two complex number is equal to the division of conjugate of any two complex numbers. So here it is the proof of the most important vital property number 10 of the properties of conjugate of any complex numbers. So in this particular session we have gone through most probably the 10 important properties based upon the conjugate of a complex number. In the next session we will see the cube root of unity and as well as the modulus of a complex number and also the properties of modulus of complex number. Till then, thank you.